What's up, everybody? Got a couple midday chores to knock out real quick. You can hear in the background. Did the kids decide on a name? I said Spot.
No, I think, I don't remember what, Sarah said a name, but I can't remember what it was.
Whatever her name is, our new pig, we need to move. We're gonna move this shelter right here. It's a kind of a cheap temporary shelter I made for other pigs. And it's still temporary, but we're gonna move it. The nights are getting a little bit cooler. We're gonna try to provide her with as much comfort as we can without having to do a heat lamp, if at all possible. We don't want to get her acclimated to a heat lamp and then have to do it all winter. We want her to be able to handle the weather on her own. So, but we're gonna move this to a better place for her, get it set up for her, and we'll go in there and see how she's doing real quick. We have found when she gets woken up, she's very lazy. And she was just asleep.
I don't like the way that pigs feel.
What is that?
My tape measure. I measured this to see if it'll fit over there.
You thought that would work?
It's gonna work. My calculations are correct. It'll fit. You may go backwards here. You come over here. I'll go back.
Yeah, but you're really right in the way.
Watch out for nails and screws, spiders. All right, we moved this shelter behind the shed here. As you can tell, she's on the other side. She got through there just fine. She gets bigger, we may have to rethink it, but for right now it'll work. We're basically just the north is this way, and this will just help keep some of the wind off of her, and also if we get any rain, keep her dry. And this spot right here is where she sleeps at night every night. Sometimes during the day she'll be out here in the sun a little bit more, but that's her favorite place to sleep at night. So I'm hoping she stays in that spot, and that'll help keep her warm too. So, all right, next chore. Got some grass clippings from the last time we mowed, and I'm gonna put them in the garden again to help knock down some of the weeds from growing up. You can see my beautiful assistant's already working on some weeds.
Is there watermelons in there?
I don't know what those are. I'm not 100% sure.
I guess you'll figure out eventually. Well, unless they die.
Tomato plants, still doing well. This one has a ton of tomatoes on them, which is nice considering we didn't get very many in the summer. Lots of flowers and buds on the bell pepper plants, jalapeno plants, reverse. Jalapeno plants, bell pepper plants, or I don't know. And then the banana pepper plant, it probably, how hot those things are, it sucked the life out of the actual plant. We have our lettuce going. Lettuce. Unknown. And then I think these are watermelon, which is nice if we would get a couple of those because we didn't get many this summer.
You think they'll have time to grow?
I don't, but fingers crossed, crazier things have happened. While the weather, temperature-wise, have been glorious over the last couple weeks, We're in the mid 80s during the day, mid 40s at night. It's been glorious. We have not had any rain going on almost 2 months again. So everything is exceptionally dry. So we're just dry. The good thing is we're not fighting the heat, but we are having to water daily with the water hose. So we'll see how it fares. I think after this fall, if nothing grows because of the temperatures and the lack of rain, I think we're just gonna throw in the towel. Feels like every single year we plant something and the weather's wild. No, it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. I'm not gonna do that.
We're just pranking you.
Like Sarah said, we're just pranking you, just joking. We would never quit gardening. It's always an experiment. It's always trial and error, and there's always adversities. It just seems like every year we do a garden, the weather that should be is not actually there.
Yeah. Did you show them the lettuce?
I did.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks really good.
I think that's Swiss chard on the
I do
right,
too.
but-
Swiss cheese?
Or Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
We grow cheese in our garden.
What are those?
Lettuce.
When did you plant lettuce?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, I'm gonna eat it.
We wore her out.
Hello. Okay. This isn't a what's for dinner video, it's a what's for snacks. Changing it up a little bit, keeping you on your toes. What's for snacks? We have baseball all weekend long. So I'm trying to do a few snacks that we can take to the baseball fields. One of them, I'm going to be making venison beef jerky with our Sun Life dehydrator. We got this a year or so ago. We've used it several times. We love it. Love it. So I'm going to be making jerky. How am I going to do that? I'm going to show you guys. So stay tuned. Okay, how are we doing it? We have about 4 pounds of venison burger or grind. We are using, it's called Backwoods jerky seasoning. This is the original. You can find this at Amazon. You can find it at Academy. I think it's pretty, what's the word? It's everywhere. It's universal, I guess you can say. So a little over 4 pounds of grind. We have the Backwoods seasoning. We're going to use 5 ounces of water, and then I'm going to mix. And then we're going to use our jerky cannon, and we're going to put it on the dehydrator. Grind is in there. About to put the packet of seasoning in there. Spill the packet of seasoning everywhere because that's how things happen with me. So the seasoning's in there. I'm going to add the water and I'm going to mix it. Cue a time-lapse video now. Be glad that I did the time-lapse video for you on me mixing the meat because that was rather boring. Anyways, I'm stuffing the cannon now. So, cannon is stuffed. We're going to take it, the cannon is stuffed, and we're going to take it over to the dehydrator and form the strips. Cue time lapse of me putting the strips on here now. And we're done. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4 trays high, and they're pretty stacked on there. I mean, pretty squished on there. I can't get my words right. So we're gonna turn this on. It's gonna be at 158 degrees. I'm gonna set it at 158 degrees, and I set it for 6 hours. Probably around the 5-hour mark, I'll check it, make sure they're not drying out. Something else that we like to make as a snack, especially when we have baseball games, is pimento cheese. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of pimento cheese. I would assume you have. This is a simpler version, and I can't take credit for it. A friend of mine actually made it at a baseball game one day, and I was obsessed with it and told her to send me the recipe. It never comes out the same twice, which is always fun. The ingredients that I am using is, we're going to be using Colby Jack cheese. You really can use any cheese that you want, any combination, does not matter. That's just our preference. I'm going to use, I cut up some provolone cheese. I'm going to use green olives, cream cheese, sour cream, pimentos, a little bit of garlic salt, and salt and pepper. I'll show you what it looks like once you mix it all up. This is going to be a dump and add as needed type of thing. That way you can make it to your liking. If you don't want as much cheese, you don't have to add as much cheese. If you want more sour cream, you can add more sour cream, and so on. I'm gonna put it in the bowl and you guys can see what mine ends up looking like. Alright, I'm just gonna start out with a couple handfuls of cheese. I think that's what we'll do first.
I'm on your video.
Same for this. No, you're not. Sarah thought she was on the video. Just gonna add the green olives. She does not use green olives. She actually just uses the pimentos, and one day I didn't have just straight pimentos. I only had green olives and I added them. It was delicious, so we use that every time. Use a scoop or two of pimentos, which is just what's stuffed in the olive. I'm gonna add some sour cream. Nope, this is cream cheese, y'all. And then a scoop. And then let's mix it, and then let's see what the consistency looks like. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more sour cream. Now, it's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna add some olive juice.
You got those for me.
Sarah's excited. She didn't know I had green olives in the house. Okay. I like this consistency. It's going to sit in the refrigerator overnight, and it's going to get better and better. Everything's going to marry and meet each other and say, nice to meet ya. Some garlic salt. Go ahead and give it a good stir again. It's done. Tobin tasted it with some crackers and it tastes delicious. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. We're gonna pack it for the baseball game tomorrow, and it will be nice to snack on as we go through the day.